Oh
Good
no.
afternoon, Proudmoore.
Hey guys,
Ah, one day I'll remember. I
don't
promise.
worry.
One day I will not be the dumb. Hello, Proudmoore. Uh, I guess the one part that Vinny fucking hates every single stream. I am Sila. I am your co-project lead administrator. I guess we're pretty much everything at this point, and I'm joined with the lovely and handsome Vinny.
Yeah, hello. I'm Vincent. I'm also admin and doing pretty much everything else as well. So yeah,
Yep,
hope
whatever.
you're doing good, guys.
Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well on this fine Saturday. It's a bit odd for us to do a community voice stream on Saturday, but we felt, given that the heroic raids are opening tonight, we wanted to talk to you guys a bit earlier. Also, if we can ask, as usual, please keep all questions to the end, where we will do the Q&A. And if anybody gets a bit upset or angry, the safe word is check our socials.
Yeah, for sure. What socials? We should do marketing, to be honest.
Yeah, we should really do marketing, dude. Like, I heard that we need to make a YouTube channel and maybe use Facebook as well. I mean, I didn't even realize Facebook existed. Fuck it, why don't we do MySpace? Y'all remember MySpace?
Oh, I would love to have MySpace, yeah, for sure.
I would take MySpace over Twitter any day.
Yeah, and over
Any day.
Facebook.
Oh yeah, for real, for real. So, oh Jesus, oh goodness me. Okay, so we have a few things that we want to go over today. For the CVS, it probably will not be a long one because there's not a lot to go over, but some things that we are going to talk about are pretty substantial. With that being said, again, just a quick reminder that the heroic raids open tonight at 6 p.m. server time. With this, we will also be opening the gold currency for Mythic Plus. So you now have no excuse. Start grinding those keys.
Yeah, this will be the Scale of Deathwing, right? The gold currency tier.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, we keep calling it gold because you know I I know it was confusing when we called it like Mythic Bronze, Mythic Silver, Mythic Gold, but the name kind of stuck. So even though the Scale of Deathwing is the gold currency, we still just call it Mythic Gold in the background,
Yeah.
just to make life 10 times easier. And with that being said, we will need to do a quick server restart just before the raids launch. We're probably going to do the exact same thing we did last time, guys, with the normal raids. We'll pull the servers down for a little bit, just allow us to do a last minute triple check that everything's okay, and then we will reopen the server for everyone again. So keep in mind, if the server goes down, if anybody goes into the Discord chat and starts saying, "Is the server down?" I will find you and I will eat all of your cereal.
Damn.
And Vinny will eat all your toast.
And beans, yes.
And beans. Yeah, we'll eat all the toast and beans. So if anyone can do a really good Liam Neeson impression, that now is the time to do it. Um, so with that being said as well, we also just want to do a quick reminder as well for the PvP community specifically. We have had a lot of feedback from players now. Obviously, just to completely be honest with you guys, and me and Vinny talk about this nearly every day. Proudmoore is primarily a PvE focused server with a PvP rule set. However, the PvP community, although being small, far smaller than the Mythic Plus and the raid scene on Proudmoore, they are still part of our community. So a lot of feedback was given from them that, they feel a little bit uncared for. They don't have a lot going for them, which I think I can easily say, and Vinny, I think you can agree, it's pretty right.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
So for that, we did get a few suggestions from some players asking to alter the Mythic Plus mode um to make it more feasible for PvP players. However, we have completely denied that, and the main reason is the system itself is very fine-tuned. if we start messing around with it now, it's going to cause a world of havoc that we are really not up for. So, with that being said, we have got quite a few PvPers to give us some feedback and suggestions about what they would like to see. And we then birthed a new NPC in the background. Excuse me while I crunch up some plastic because I meant to take out the trash earlier.
Okay.
So, in the Mythic Plus Gathering Hub, you guys may have noticed, other than the normal NPCs, so Frosty, Freezy, Frigid, and Icy, and Shiver, you may have noticed 3 new NPCs. Well, 2 of them have already been there. Well, 1 of them actually. 2 of them are fairly new. And the first one that was new is called Sanguine. Sanguine is a vanity vendor for PvP. And I know Vinny's going to say this, and I'm just going to say it right now. We know there's a spelling error on Crimson. We're sorry. We're trying to get it fixed, but it's not an urgent thing. Twink area gear.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's a twink area, so
That's true. It is an area for the twinks, so you know. Yeah, it
yeah,
should say
no, but
Twink
the
Arena.
spelling, yeah, exactly.
So with that being said, we have added a new NPC specifically for the PvPers to spend their conquest points on raid gear, considering all of them have came forward and said, hey, we do not want to raid, we want to PvP, but some of our gear comes from the raids. So with that being said, we have added a new vendor called Scarlet. Scarlet is specifically for normal gear to be obtained via conquest points. Now, before anybody shits themselves, we're going to be very clear. The time sink to get these pieces of gear is equivalent to the time sink for Mythic Plus. So, don't worry, the PvP players are not going to have an easier time, but they're certainly not going to have a harder time. It's going to be equal and happy. Fair
Yeah,
treatment
exactly.
for all. This is apparently what communism was, as far as I remember. I don't know, is that what communism actually is?
No, no. Let's move on.
What am I thinking of? Oh well. But yeah, so if you guys are PvP players and you're doing Arena pretty actively and you want to buy some raid gear, head on over to the Mythic Plus Gathering Hub. You can get there by using the Proudmoore NPC in all the capital cities and pressing M Plus Gathering Hub Dalaran Underbelly.
Yeah. We also have a video about the new added vendors, so if you're interested, just check out the YouTube channel. It's also on our Discord.
It's also
In
on our
the
link tree.
yeah, and this and this and this.
Yeah, all those things called
Uh,
socials are on the link tree.
True.
You can also get there from our website if nobody knew. There's icons for it. Maybe click on them, please.
Nah.
Fair play, fair play. With that being said, we want to move over a bit to Mythic Plus itself, and this is something that we've been discussing quite a bit in the background. So I will hand this small part over to Vinny because Vinny is far better at talking to people than I am.
That's not true, but I still do it. So, so um, we had some feedback that some of the lower level dungeons, Mythic Plus dungeons, aren't really run anymore, or people don't want to run them because there's not much incentive to do so, and that uh, it doesn't feel rewarding enough in general, the Mythic Plus system. So, what we did, we added, or we will add a Satchel of Exotic Mysteries to the mix. So, if you time your Mythic Plus key, it doesn't matter if it's +1, +12, or whatever. You get a Satchel of Exotic Mysteries, and if you don't time your Mythic Plus run, you have a 20% chance. Each individual player in your party has a 20% chance to actually gain one, even if you untime Mythic Plus run. And in these satchels, you can get various items like a little bit of gold. You can get these rare gems, and you can get potions, flasks, mounts, pets. It's a whole lot in there. So I think this should help in that regard, right? This should feel a little bit more rewarding there.
Yeah, definitely. The main thing that why we wanted to add it in, like Vinny said, is all about the feedback that we got. We do see a lot of people running high-end keys. You know, I think the highest we've seen now is a +11. But everyone has came back with the same feedback. They love Mythic Plus. They love the way it adds to the gameplay loop. They really, really appreciate the fact that it's more life into the Cataclysm environment, but not being able to get a single bit of gold or some items from the run itself was a bit of a knockback. So with the Satchel of Exotic Mysteries, this should hopefully help a lot with this, because, you know, guys, you're going to get your gold from there. You're going to, like Vinny said, you're going to get the gems so that you can craft. Dual crafters will especially love this, because if they don't want to have mining, they can just get the gem materials, so like your infernal rubies, your amber jewels, your emerald diamonds. They'll be able to get all of that from Mythic Plus. Now, obviously, it is a chance, like Vinny said. Gold is pretty much guaranteed. So you can get, what was it we last got, Vinny? I think the lowest we seen was like 42 from the satchel, and the highest was like 100.
Yeah, something like this. It was really nice. Like you obviously don't get everything. You get the selection. Gold is always there. But yeah, it's really
Yeah.
nice.
I ended up with the white hawk strider from one of the satchels, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So screw you, Kelthus. I am not running Magistus Terrans another week, you prick. So we're hoping this will help out a bit with it, guys. So as of when we restart the server, this system will go active. And like Vinny said, if you untime the key, there's a 20% chance that each player will get a satchel. We don't want to be giving satchels if you're untiming keys. You know, the satchel's supposed to be that other incentive to say, hey, time your run. If you don't time your run, you're going to get reduced rewards. That's the key factor of all of this. And this compensates for a lot of the suggestions we had to say, hey, can you add some gold in when you when you clear the run? Can you add some items that we can pick up from the boss? The main reason why we didn't have items being picked up from the boss is people would end up double dipping and end up with double the items for no reason. We had no way around this, so we had to completely expunge the loot table. That is probably one of the best things we can add for Mythic Plus for now. Obviously, we will keep reviewing the system, and this is something that me and Vinny pride ourselves on quite a lot, and a lot of the Proudmoore team also pride ourselves on. We have this awesome feature, but we are not going to say, hey, the feature's in, that's it, we're not touching it, we're moving on to something else. There's constant improvement to it, there's constant refinement. So we'll try and keep things nice and fresh as much as we can. But any bit of feedback you guys have on this new system, good job, A Quiet Banana, for puking in the background. You can't hold your drink. You're pathetic.
Yeah, I wanted to say that was quite impressive how he was chugging there. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, so it is something that we are going to constantly improve on. And one of the things that we might end up looking at is trying to see if we can get more affixes in. Will that happen anytime soon? Probably not. But
Yeah,
it's on the list. It's on the list.
Yeah, exactly.
And wants to address something that got brought up quite a lot when it comes to Mythic Plus as well, which, I'll be honest, we've been over this subject several times now. And I keep saying the same thing several times. So why, when you run a Mythic Plus key, if you say, for example, if I run a key right now with Vinny, if he has a +5 Dead Mines and I have a +2 Halls of Origination, If we time his key, why does my key not go up? So the whole reason for that is very simple. First of all, this is a Blizz-like recreation. The main premise of this is to incentivize people to run their own keys alongside running keys with players. Now, obviously, for Blizz-like applications, everyone was getting, gold and items and such. That does not apply here, so we're still keeping the Blizz-like part of the system, but eventually how it will run is if you're constantly upgrading your key, say again, we take Vinny's key all the way up to a plus 12 and then my key ends up as a plus 10. What if I want to go away and do my plus 10? I might not have the skill requirement or the gear requirement to go run that plus 10, so I would need to start downgrading my key until it gets to the point that I can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a mouthful, but yeah, this is exactly it. It's not just because it's Bliss-like, it is because it also keeps in mind your progression curve. So if you are newer and suddenly you have this high key, maybe you can't use that key, and that would also feel really bad, right? So this just takes this also in mind.
Definitely. So once again, we are saying we are not looking to change that at all, guys. So I'm sorry if anyone believed that this is.
The broom, yeah.
Well then, this
Sweep,
table's
sweep, sweep.
this table's dusty.
Yeah, holy, oh god.
Jeez, man, how dusty can a table get? I mean, this table's been here since I don't know. I'm pretty sure the pages are now glued in place and you can't turn them. So again, thank you all for bringing it to us, but we have to say once again, this is entirely a Blizz-like system. We are not going to be changing it any further from that side of things. Affix and stuff, like I said, the two affixes we have is Tyrannical and Fortified. I do want to look at bringing more affixes in, but we're going to have to try and make sure those affixes, first of all, are they compatible with our core? Odds are is things like Sanguine, Necrotic, Bolstering and such will probably never exist. We might end up making our own affixes instead. So we will be, that part is on the back burner. We don't know if we're going to have a lot of time to sort that out right away, so please don't worry, it is something that we are looking at, but it's on the shelf right now until a bit later on. So, state of the realm, Vinny, how are you feeling about how Proudmoore's going?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really surprised that we are doing this good. So, when we launched, I was really thinking that we maybe launch with 250 people around that, and we didn't. We had over 1K, so that feels really good. And like, if you just open the /who tool currently, we are almost at 700. And it's not peak time yet. And on top of that, we also had 2 major releases in Bronzebeard and Frostmourne. So I'm really, really, yeah, I think it's really healthy currently. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that as well. I share the same thing. By the time of launch, I was expecting about 400 people. And when we hit 1,000, I was honestly over the moon. And the fact that even throughout the releases right now, again, Ascension's Bronzebeard, the collaboration between Whiteman and Stormforge for Frostmourne, we have still maintained a pretty active player base throughout. And, these peaks and troughs in player base will happen. The main thing is that we are committed to working on our realm and trying to make it as best as we can. If you want our honest opinion, guys, we don't care about the competition right now. They're doing their own thing, we're doing our own thing. If we start worrying about competition, it's going to change our flow. It's going to make us focus on things that maybe are not as important. So we are still actively working on a lot of things for the server. Bug reports, more feature implementations. I think, Vinny, do you want to mention what we're planning with the shop as well as an off-topic thing?
With the shop, yeah. I had some suggestions there as well, with that we have maybe a new tab there where newly put in store items will be put, and that we have also the best selling items there. Just small things like this, and we obviously want to add also more transmog items and such. Yeah.
And the yes, indeed, the wild caller suggestion was that, but there was another thing that we
Mhm.
are going to try and add in to help you guys out with the store. I don't know if any you would like to talk about it, or you want to keep it on the back burner for a little bit.
You can, because I don't know at the moment what you mean, to be honest.
Okay, so we're going to try and do a sale.
We already have.
Oh,
It's
okay.
already
Apparently,
active.
we already have a sale. That shows you how much I look at it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's already active. Yeah.
well, Vinny, you pioneered that. Take it away.
Okay, fair enough. We just
While
keep it
there's
short.
a random small flying in midair.
Yeah. So we have currently a 20% sale, like also the announcement said, on the Transmog tab and the mount tab in our store. And if you don't know, hey, oh, you have a store? Yes, we have one. You can find this through the account manager on our website. And while we are at this topic, we also have a new website feature. This is called Articles, where we will post articles from time to time. There's already one about the community live stream, the weekend bonuses, and the store sale, so to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, just as a little off-topic one as well, I am personally keeping count of how many people say when is the bonus active every Friday. Y'all are really annoying with us. The bonuses are always going to be the same, and they will always activate at the same time. Please stop asking. I found a grey hair yesterday. I'm only 29.
I mean,
So,
I can give you plenty. That is, I can give you plenty gray hair.
love that. So yeah, the sale's on, guys. If you want to go buy yourself some mounts and stuff, thank you, Lavalis. Uh, Definitely go and check it out. And 92.
92. That's now confirmed.
Well, I guess I'd rather be told by people I'm 92 instead of being called a furry all the time.
Don't say this. Now you're a 92 old furry. Come on, man.
Fuck off. Jesus. Okay. Man, y'all hate me.
No, that's not true.
So with that being said, we also have been looking a lot into the
It completely derailed him. Good job, guys. Completely derailed him.
Caxi. I hope the next time that you pour milk into your cereal, the milk is chunky. I hope that when you go to bed tonight, your pillow is warm.
That is awful. That is just
Oh, shall I
awful.
make it
Like a
worse?
warm pillow. Oh, come on.
I
No.
cast permanently wet socks.
No.
Yeah, fuck you, Rosput. Okay, so suggestion wise, we have been looking a lot at suggestions themselves, specifically for the PvP community here. The main reason being is, we have focused a lot into the PvE side of things with Mythic Plus, Casual Raid, and so on. By the way, nobody has run a single bit of Casual Raid yet. Please don't make us regret this function. I swear down, we spent a lot of time on it.
Casual what?
Casual what? Yeah, did you know we had casual raids, Vinny?
No, I didn't know. What is that?
So, for anyone who doesn't know, casual raid is a function to make the boss fights easier, with the penalty being that you have less loot. It is designed to be a nice stepping stone into raids for people who maybe are not as experienced, don't know the fights too well, or are just genuinely lazy, like Caxtron.
Damn. Direct call out.
Caxie's too busy leveling Jimmy. The legend of Jimmy who killed Hogger and died at level 19.
No.
Hey! He's also the druid nerd. By the way, guys, if you have not already heard as well, we have more songs, and Rospit's song Howl of the Lunar Wildcaller is turning out to be a massive favourite. If you would like a link to it, please ask our lovely Rospit to send you a link. But back to the subject, because Vinny really hates it when I derail subjects. He's actually beside me right now, and he has a gun to my side. Just so we know, it's a balloon gun. It's the bubble gun thing. You know, you put it in soap and you get bubbles out of it. He's trying to say I need a bath. So, with that being said, we are looking a lot at the PvP suggestions right now. One of them that we are actively investigating at the moment is regarding the cooldown resets for arenas. We're not sure why this one slipped through, so we are working on that part as part of our commitment to make things better. We also have been told as well by a lot of PvP players that because the community for PvP is so small, the battlegrounds don't really pop. So we are going to be looking to reducing the amount of players required to to initiate a battleground popping. So keep an eye on that. We will let you guys know when that is ready. We believe it is possible, so it shouldn't be a problem. We just need to get the logistics behind it first. And the last thing that we are looking at is regarding the guild reputation as well. The guild reputation itself doesn't seem to be... Give me a second, guys.
Yeah, I can go on. So, the guild reputation is indeed not affected by the 2x multiplier from the weekend bonuses. So, it should have been, but it's unfortunately not. We are still looking into this if this is possible. With the items, I already told a couple of lovely people in our Discord, the reputation items, they aren't affected, so you can just use them at the moment. If you, or, you know, you don't need to plan this in, you can just use them. They are also not affected, but yeah.
I am back, sorry.
Yeah.
My folks decided to play a prank and say that our TV got stolen.
Okay, it's still there, yeah?
It's still there. Bunch
Good.
of bastards.
Yeah, so I already said that the guild reputation is not affected by the weekend bonuses, the 2x factor.
Yeah, we are checking to see if it is possible though, so keep in mind we are looking into it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, so we will sort that out. For items though, this isn't affected, and we know that part is intentional, but guild rep and such should have ideally been on it, so we're investigating it as we speak. Well, obviously not right now, because we're in the middle of a community voice stream, but we are investigating it. With that being said, shall we move right on into the into the FAQ?
Yeah, in the Q&A section, yeah, sure.
Yes, I keep calling it FAQ, but yeah, Q&A section.
Don't worry, I call it QA. Like, what? Quality assurance, yeah.
Everything
Why
is
not?
quality assurance, technically. Excuse me.
All good, man. All good.
Let me have a look through the chats.
Scrolling completely up there.
Okay, so so I've already answered the one. So yeah, just to confirm, items, you know, the ones say you gain X amount of rep, they are not affected and they will not be affected. Main reason being is that is easily exploitable, because you can easily stock up all of these and then turn them all in during the bonus weekend. So we'd rather not have people do that. Percent dampening in raids. So for dampening in raids, there's a command in Discord for it.
Yeah. So normal rates are about 22.5% damage reductions to the players, right? And 20% healing reduction. On heroic rates, which will launch later today, it will be around 27.5 damage reduction and 25% healing reduction. Not for the bosses, for the players, right? To make it more challenging.
Yep,
And
that is
this,
right.
and this tapers off then later after Realm First.
That's correct, yeah. So we will be bringing that down as we continue on. These dampening values are in the config. We have had people say that they don't see it, but after further conversation with these players, they were playing on servers that had a higher dampening. For example, old school Apollo and Athena players, they're used to seeing 60% dampening. We've only got 20 and 27%. So, yeah. 27% is kind of hard to tell, especially if you're used to 60%. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, this has a lot of data behind it, right? I think you said this, right? This is just not a random number. This has actually a lot of data behind it.
Mm-hmm. Have you been thinking about putting out Isle of Conquest or Alterac Valley because those BGs are often long and not many people? I was just giving them a small chance to proc. Is that possible or something? So we could technically pull them uh out of the rotation so that you cannot get into them. However, Alterac Valley and Isle of Conquest are very epic battlegrounds as well. What we would probably look to do is, while we're looking at changing the number of how many people it takes to get into a battleground, we might review the idea of either increasing them to, because I believe right now the minimum requirement for them to pop is 10 by 10. We might maybe increase that to 30 by 30. Or, depending on community feedback, we might just remove them completely.
Yeah, we might poll that at some point, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Any plans for adding special consumes for M+, like stronger water, pots for damage increases, some reduction items? No, so we will not be adding any custom items to that effort into it there, Enfi. Main reason is because creating custom items is an incredible endeavor for little use. And again,
And
trying to keep him with the
yeah,
Bloodslake system, that doesn't really fit. You were saying,
yeah,
buddy?
and I am not sure if you were there before. We will add the Satchel of Exotic Mysteries to the system. So if your time yeah, the run was timed the other way around. There we go. You get a Satchel of Exotic Mystery, and if your run isn't timed, it's untimed. Each individual party member has a 20% chance of also getting one. So these are not custom items, but this should also help with getting flasks and potions and stuff of that nature.
Oh, did you see that?
Oh yeah,
Hey, look where you are on the
nice,
stream. By the way, this is well placed.
nice one.
Can everybody see this? Vinny is part of the cake.
Yeah, just
Bon appetit. That's lovely. Thank you so much. They are quite banana. Sugar bomb indeed. I mean, yo, look, I'm fat as hell. I love a good bit of cake.
yeah, cake is really good. Yeah.
Where can I report a rogue GM to the lead GMs?
Yeah.
Anything else, guys? Anything else while we're
Let
still
me
here?
check. Yeah. Mm.
You want to take that one?
Are you going? Yeah. Are you going to add a vendor with heroic raid items for PvPers after a few weeks of heroics raids progression? Maybe with some conquest points requirements or like PvP weapons right now. Yeah.
So, we will probably add the heroic items in. We did find out that adding a rating requirement to them is possible. So we will most likely add those items in. Pardon me. We will most likely add heroic items in with a rating requirement, a conquest point requirement, and the original item, just like elite weapons are and elite items.
Yeah.
The mail bug. So this is a thing that even happens on retail. This is not fixable. You just have to reload. I'm sorry. Is it possible to change evade range of NPCs? I believe a lot of people notice that evade range is really low. The evade range is Blizz-like, believe it or not.
Yeah,
So,
it could be issues with the M maps. But yeah, I mean, we were also talking about this, so we are still talking about this, what we can do about this.
yeah, because M maps play into a lot of things relating to a server. For example, pet pathing is one thing that comes to mind. Pet evades is another thing. Falling through the map is another thing. So yeah, M maps are a very difficult thing to fix. So keep that in mind for that. But yes, for you, Lil Vian, like Rosspit said there are a lot of add-ons to help with that. Combat bugs. So we did find one instance of a combat bug in Grim Batol, which we are fixing ASAP. But the main thing is, guys, when it comes to a combat bug, most of this is broken down to something very simple. You're not looking at who's in combat with you. For example, while myself and Vinny were leveling on our player tunes when we had a bit of downtime, which we rarely get, we experienced what we believed was the combat bug. And it was in Blackrock Depths. How did we find that? We were going to the room where you had to light the flames to get into the next boss, and one of those mobs didn't reset. So the mobs there, we just went back and killed it, and it disappeared. For Grim Batol, though, we did find a very specific case, and that was the Twilight Archers on the Throngus shield phase. They weren't despawning properly. So we flagged that, and we're getting that one fixed ASAP. But other than that, most of this combat bug stuff that we see, there's not enough evidence behind it, and not only that, some of it is UI related. For example, Vinny had an example where he couldn't mount, it said he was in combat, but he could still mount.
Yeah, exactly. It was purely visual.
Mm-hmm.
That is, yeah, what we want to get at. We don't say you guys lie or something like this, or we don't want to downplay this. It's just we need the specifics behind this. That's also why we are a little bit anal about bug reports, because we need the details, because we are constantly so swamped with work. We can't do it like everything alone. So if there's a bug, we need a lot of information so we can like say, okay, this could be it or this could be it, right? So, and just saying, hey, there's a combat bug, it doesn't help. It really doesn't help, because we are taking you really serious, and we want to remedy this. But yeah, without proper information, our
Yeah,
hands are bind there a little bit. So
yeah.
if you have find more information, please share. We also have the bug tracker or the GitHub, right? It could be specific mobs that act up maybe because of a broken M map, or some other specifics like the Grim Batol thing. Like it's yeah.
Yeah,
I hope
exactly.
you can understand this. Like
And when it comes to checking combat bugs, guys, just to give you an idea from a server side perspective of what we need to do, whenever you experience a combat bug and you report it, we need to come to you and we need to check what mob is in combat with you at that time. If you are in combat with a certain mob, we can then see it. But most people are reporting the bug, they're relogging, and the bug disappears. And this also is a big pain for our QA team because they cannot replicate it. So if you guys are experiencing any form of combat bug, like Vinny said, be super detailed about it. If needs be, you can raise a ticket in game and ask a GM to come and check to see if you are still in combat with something. They can collate the details, and then we can forward it over to our devs to fix. The biggest issue we have right now with bug reporting is a lot of people are raising bug reports with either no detail lack of detail, or something that's completely irrelevant and they think it's a bug. For example, we had a bug report of someone saying they got the dungeon kickout warning when they left a party with their own character because they wanted to solo farm a dungeon. That's not a bug. That's intended. If you want to avoid that, run into the dungeon without a party. So there's a lot of things that cover this lovely world of QA, and combat bugs is something we get very hesitant to deal with because we don't get enough info to sort it. So please, give us all the info. If you do have a combat bug, for the love of God, do not relog. Raise a ticket, say you are stuck in combat, please come and check what mob you're in combat with. And then we can collate it. If we find you are definitely stuck in combat with something, we can add it to the report. If it's a case of you're not stuck in combat with anything, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, it might be just visual, because this is also happening.
Yeah. And to your point there, Lilvian, if there's anyone who is, say, they found a bug that's detrimental and they're using it without reporting it, then they get bonked for bug exploitation. Sucks to suck. I think I don't have anything else to cover.
Yeah, maybe we can go a bit on detail here. In detail, I'm sorry. Do we have an ETA on the character auction?
So, character auction, we originally agreed between the lead staff that we would open this after roughly a few weeks after the Realm First of the of Heroic Raid. However, we may look to open it earlier depending on how the server's doing.
Yeah.
There is no command for players to use it in V, it's only GMs that can.
Shot this NPC. Yeah, true.
Yep.
That would be nice. Like,
Kapow! They're dead.
yeah, but again, if we open it earlier, the character auctions, then we will let you know, of course. Yeah, it's just we want to honor the progression that we have, right? We don't want to undermine it directly.
Definitely. Is there anything else for us, guys? Any other questions that you may have? What the hell is going on at the side of my screen? Ogre Pinata.
Nothing. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's Wolf. Hi, Wolf.
Nothing. There you go.
All right, looks like that's. We'll give it maybe another 5 minutes, guys, in case there's any other questions. Other than that, we will start wrapping up the community voice stream.
Yeah, and just so you know, 6 p.m. server time heroic raids will launch today. Yeah, and of course with that also the Scale of Deathwing Mythic plus gold currency is also re-enabled.
That is correct. And the satchels, don't forget.
And the satchels will also be put in, exactly, yeah.
I managed to turn off my monitor. Good job, me. There's a plug right at my feet, and I managed to hit it.
Damn.
Dun, dun, dun. I am a dumbass. There we go, we're back.
Yeah, but if if there's no other question, I would say let's wrap it up here then. Why is PTR locked? Isn't helpful for bug reports.
So the PTR is locked for the QA team to go test things to make sure that things are working properly and also to debug a lot of the reports themselves there, Meteos. We might open the PTR up again to everyone, but for the time being, it's only for staff. And also so we can check that some of our new functions are working correctly. Sometimes we are restarting the PTR 4, 5, 6 times every hour. So is it helpful for bug reports? Not for the players. For the staff, yes. Oh, we have Rospit.
Yeah.
He still looks weird as a Tarn.
Why?
I'm just used to seeing him as a troll. Why aren't you a Worgen, you asswipe?
Jeez.
But yeah,
So let's, yeah,
I think we're all sorted.
for now, yeah.
Because for the Horde.
Yeah, I think we can wrap it then here. Yeah. I thought another question dropped in, but no.
No worries. Right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to leave here. Have a lovely Saturday, and we will see you guys later on for the heroic rates.
Yeah. Thank you for playing here. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys. Bye bye.